everybody. The weather's about as bad as it can get for turkey hunting. The wind's not quite as bad as it's been the past couple days, but it's foggy, misting, 100% overcast, and all my stuff's still wet from yesterday. If you haven't seen it already, yesterday I shot my first Virginia turkey. So I will put a little card here, a little link for you to go watch that video if you haven't seen it already, because you should watch it. It's a good one, it's a good story. But yeah, my boots are still wet, my pants are a little damp, my hat's still even a little bit wet from yesterday. Just got poured on. I guess the first full day that I was here, I drove around, hit a bunch of different areas scouting. Up here on this pine ridge, there's a little high point over that bottom, and I'm gonna need to probably head that way quickly, but I'm gonna get to that high point. Should be able to hear anything gobbling in the area, and if they're even gobbling this morning, the weather's so bad. But that's my plan, is to get to the high point, try and listen and see what the morning has in store for us. I made a little loop this morning. Hit a high point trying to listen down into a bottom where I saw a bunch of sign the other day. Don't think we're gonna get them to talk this morning. It is just gross goblin weather. I think our best bet is to drive around, try and spot some turkeys out in fields that border public. There's a ton of private fields around this public. The field that I shot that turkey in yesterday was actually a public field. That worked out pretty good, but I think turkeys, they'll be out in fields today. It's gross. It's foggy, misty, wet, rainy. A little bit of wind. I ran this loop. I didn't find much sign on either of the ridges that I went down, so the sign that I did find, I spotted it like 20 yards off the paved road, like right in front of the trailhead gate. So they may be roosting on the other side of the road, or I don't really know, but surely on the ground by now. Don't think they're gonna be gobbling. I've only heard one gobbling tom in the past, this is day 5 here. Past 5 days I've only heard one gobbling tom. Oh, I guess the one that I killed gobbled out in the field a couple times with his 4 hens, but I've only heard one other gobbling tom. He was pretty close to the private line, so I didn't figure I'd go after him. But anyways, I'm on this paved road, walking back to the van. Probably gonna get back to the van and drive around and try to find one. Another pair of socks and boots wet. Got the Crocs on. Both boots are pretty wet now, but these ones are not quite as wet as these ones. Still might be able to make a recovery yet. All right, let's go drive around and try and spot one. Alright, it's 10 o'clock. I had to go to the gas station, get some more ice and some more gas so my vehicle could run and my turkey wouldn't spoil. Keep driving around until I spot one in the field. I feel like that's my best bet of finding one. If I can find one, then maybe dive into an area, try to figure the area out. But the weather's supposed to be very similar tomorrow as it is today. So pretty crappy, super overcast, light rain, pretty much all day. So I'm gonna drive around and see if I can find one and see what happens. Just spotted a Tom. Walked down this road in that field, spotted a Tom out in this field, and he's got one out in that field. I think he might be by himself. I gotta get ready. I got nothing prepared. Just randomly decided to check this field. And I glassed old boy up. I can't believe he didn't see me. Brad just was trying to sneak out. He said, "Bow." We're gonna kill him. Especially if he's by himself. We're gonna kill him good. Come on, stupid gloves. Jeez. I don't know if y'all heard that, but he just gobbled me. Alright, I think I have everything. I think I'm good to go. He did not like that. I definitely shouldn't have called that aggressively to him. He heard me the first time he knew I was over here. I don't really know why I wanted to. I don't really know why I wanted to call super hard like that, but I mean, as soon as I did, he kind of tucked his head and started walking off. So. Got a little too excited, a little too carried away, but we found a turkey. He was gobbling on his own. So I think if I get somewhere in here in the morning, I'll at least hear him out of the gobble on the limb, probably. I thought we were gonna kill that one. I thought he's gobbling on his own. I didn't see any hens with him, so never saw him pop strut either. I figured we'd hit a call and he'd eat it up and he'd come in, but that was definitely a case of me not being patient. I do that so much. I find a bird, and then I'm like, we gotta kill him, we gotta kill him, we gotta kill him, we gotta kill him. And that's never how it never happens perfect. It's never how it plays out. I just gotta take it slow. It's almost always a long game with the old turkey. With the old tom turkey. Almost always. You find him, you slow play him until he makes up his mind. When I first snuck up and glassed him, I was right here. If I had only moved like 10 more yards up, there's a road that cuts back there. I could have gotten way closer, maybe even just snuck up to him and shot him. The spot is looking really good. I think I'm just gonna keep scouting around the perimeter of this field here real slow. The field is a high point, and then everything around the field goes pretty steep. Tom was coming up looking for hens. Got up to the top and was gobbling, trying to get something. I didn't read his body language very well because he never popped strut and he never gobbled back at me calling. see at the edge of a field. That turkey dropped down out of the field. I think he dropped down the draw into this big creek bottom. And I think he's either in that creek bottom or he's gotten up on one of these finger ridges that shoot off of this main road here. I got back to the van. I've kind of looped around him, gotten out in front of the direction that he was headed when he left the field. It's not that far to the tip of this ridge. I'm just gonna go down there and call and see if I can get him to strike. And if I can't, then I'll probably just leave him alone for a little while. Definitely be back in that field. That field's a great high point. You can hear, there's a bunch of creeks around it, and you can hear a bunch of country around that field. So I'm definitely gonna get back to that field, try to roost him tonight, but I don't want to booger him, so I'm just gonna play it pretty cautious until the morning. Hopefully he gobbles out of his tree tonight, and I can just slip in there and kill him off the roost in the morning. She's starting to show signs of rust. It's been getting rained on non-stop for the past 2 days, so I should probably clean it. Back over here at this field where I spotted that other tom. I was stupid not to bring my camera, but I walked up to the edge of the field to glass and caught the tail end of 2 hens going over a rise back down into the bottom, it looks like. If he's in that field right now, he's just out of sight from me. And that's the best news in the world, because he's probably gonna roost within earshot of this field. I'll be able to hear him hopefully tonight, and I can slip in and get real close in the morning. But if not, hopefully he gobbles on the limb in the morning. Turkeys have got to have been gobbling on the limb, and I just haven't been within earshot of them. It's so green. It's crazy green. We're dealing with like 500 to 700 foot of elevation. Everything's just crazy green, and everything is like way more gradual and way more spread out than you would think. Like to get down to the bottom, it's like 300 yards gradual, just slope down into the bottom. And it's like, even from your high point there, if they're far enough away, you're still not gonna hear them. So I think that's what I've been running into. I think maybe if I come back here, it ought to be a little bit earlier. I think the birds would be more fired up, and you'd hear way more because it's not as green. But it's a dance, bud. Dance. But I'm gonna try to get set up in a good spot where I can see the field if he comes out in the field, and then right about when they should be flying up, I'm gonna go get over to the highest point of this field and listen down into these creeks and hopefully hear them. It's really early. It's like 7:45. It's another 45 minutes probably until it gets dark. And I think I just heard a turkey fly up, like right on the edge of this field, which I could get behind. I thought I had seen one. saw something flapping in the trees over there, and it looked big. But I didn't see where it went. I'm trying to find him in a tree, but I can't. And then it sounded, and then like a little bit after that, it sounded just like one flying up the roost, so I imagine it was those two hens. But I figure old Tom's gotta be around here somewhere. He's gotta be close.